coming is holding court.
The Indiana Pacers select Chuck Person of Auburn.
There is Chuck Person in his tuxedo. Chuck from Auburn, Alabama, a great athlete who played really well in the NCAAs this year.
The Pacers did well by nabbing Person with a 4th pick in 1986. He won Rookie of the Year honors, and Indiana had a competitive player with the ability to change a game all by himself.
There he is. Yes! He scored the last 16 points.
Person's legendary long-range exploits were deserving of a nickname. But Chuck already had an appropriate one, which had been given to him a long time ago by a family member.
Chuck likes to get people going. They call him the Rifleman. His full name is Chuck Connors Person.
It came from my mother. She loved watching the Rifleman starring Chuck Connors. He was Lucas McCain on the Western show. And she loved it so much that she named me after him. When you're named after someone quite famous and you grow up to attain some stardom, you have to live up to that reputation as being a shooter.
In his 6 years with the Pacers, Person never averaged fewer than 17 points a game. But it was in the playoffs where he elevated his game to an even higher level, as evidenced by his 22-point-per-game career playoff average. But in 1992, the Pacers traded Person to the Minnesota Timberwolves. While he was still confident in his abilities, Person dropped to career lows in all categories in 1994. Still, when he was given the chance to perform in close games, Chuck Person always put on a good show for the fans.
He's putting on a show! Go ahead, Chuck! Look at him!
When Minnesota bought out Person's contract last year, Chuck was free to go, and the Spurs welcomed the Rifleman to Texas.
He's absolutely elated to be on a team that has a chance to win every night, has accepted his role completely, and he's really taken advantage of it.
He's not thinking, he's not second-guessing it. He comes in with a great confidence now, and he won't be denied.
With 3 seconds, Person got it at the buzzer! The Spurs win their 13th in a row!
Well, I think it takes a special person to take a shot at the end of the game. That person has to realize the fact that if he misses it, he's going to be the GOAT. But the way I look at it is the fact that I'm going to make it. Every time I take it, it's going to go in.
Now the Spurs are trying to dethrone the defending NBA champion Houston Rockets and go on to win their first NBA title. In pursuit of this team goal, Person has set aside his individual needs and has accepted a new role with San Antonio.
When coming off the bench there, I just come in and do my job and go sit back down and watch the game from there.
A long-range bomber who made history with the Spurs is the subject of this week's NBA Stories. Dale Ellis started out with the Dallas Mavericks in 1983. And since then, Ellis has been renowned for shooting the tray, no matter what team he was with.
Here is Ellis. Ellis fires for Green.
While playing for the Seattle Supersonics in 1990, Ellis made 9 3-pointers in one game, an NBA record that stood for nearly 3 years.
There's for the record. Bingo! Dale Ellis!
And when Ellis was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks in 1991, his reputation as one of the league's premier 3-point shooters only grew.
How many times have we seen Dale do that?
But it was in San Antonio in 1994, as a member of the Spurs, that the all-time leader in 3-point field goals would venture where no long-range shooter had ever gone before.
Ellis looking for the milestone. Dale Ellis, 1,000 3-pointers, and they're on their feet here in San Antonio.
Dale is an unbelievable shooter. He's probably the best shooter I've ever been around, and he was just fantastic for us. And 1,000 3-pointers is unbelievable. That's a lot of games, a lot of shots.
This season, Dale shot threes for Denver, a season removed from his milestone, but still proud of his incredible feat.
It's nice to know that I was the first to get 1,000 3-pointers, and something that I'll be able to reflect back on later in life and be thrilled about it.
In this week's Chalk Talk, we look at the